You're about to step onto that pitch, heart pounding, boots laced. But here's the truth nobody tells you. The match doesn't start when the whistle blows. It starts 2 hours before. And while everyone else is mindlessly kicking balls around in the warm-up, the players who dominate, the ones who seem to have that extra second on the ball, that unshakable confidence, they're doing 5 specific things that separate them from everyone else. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what they are, and more importantly, you'll know how to use them to transform your next performance from average to absolutely unplayable. The first thing is something I call the Mental Rehearsal Blueprint. Now, this isn't just visualization, because everyone tells you to visualize, but nobody tells you how to do it properly. The Mental Rehearsal Blueprint is the practice of experiencing your entire match in your mind with such vivid detail that your nervous system can't tell the difference between imagination and reality. You're not just seeing yourself score, you're feeling the grass under your feet, hearing the opposition breathing near you, sensing the weight of the ball before you strike it. Cristiano Ronaldo has spoken about this countless times. Before Champions League finals, he'd sit in the changing room, eyes closed, and play through every possible scenario, every run, every shot, every defensive situation. He'd see himself succeeding, but crucially, he'd also see himself recovering from mistakes. This works because your brain processes imagined experiences almost identically to real ones. When you mentally rehearse a movement, your motor cortex lights up, your muscles receive micro-signals, and neural pathways strengthen. By the time you step on that pitch, your body has already played the match once. Remember this, your mind doesn't know the difference between a memory and a rehearsal, so give it the performance you want to deliver. The second secret is what I call dynamic isolation stretching. Forget static stretching. Forget standing there pulling your quad for 30 seconds like it's PE class. Dynamic isolation stretching means you're moving through football-specific movements while isolating the exact muscle groups you'll use most in your position. If you're a winger, you're doing walking lunges with rotational twists, because that's how you'll be moving when you cut inside. If you're a center back, you're doing lateral shuffles into explosive forward sprints, because that's how you'll recover when a striker makes a run. Look at how Mohamed Salah warms up before matches at Liverpool. Every movement mimics game situations. He's not just getting warm, he's programming his body to remember patterns it will need in high-pressure moments. The science here is about muscle memory activation and proprioception, which is your body's awareness of where it is in space. When you stretch dynamically in game-specific patterns, you're essentially uploading the software your muscles will run during the match. Your body becomes a pre-programmed machine, ready to execute without thinking. Here's your takeaway: stretch how you play and not how everyone else stretches. Number 3 is the pressure point practice, and this is where most players completely miss the opportunity. 15 minutes before kickoff, when most people are either panicking or zoning out, you need to deliberately put yourself under technical pressure. Find a teammate, stand 5 meters apart, and pass the ball to each other with one condition. Every pass must be perfect, and you only get one touch. Make it harder. Close your eyes between passes. Turn your back and receive blind. This isn't about getting tired. It's about training your nervous system to handle technical execution when your heart rate is elevated and your mind is racing. Andres Iniesta used to do this religiously. Right before the biggest matches of his career, including the 2010 World Cup final, he'd demand sharp, quick passing drills with insane precision requirements. Why? Because when you enter a match having just successfully completed difficult technical tasks under self-imposed pressure, your brain interprets the actual game pressure as manageable. You've already succeeded when it was hard, so now it feels easier. The psychological mechanism at work is called stress inoculation. By exposing yourself to controlled stress right before the real stress, you build immunity to panic. Lock this in. Practice pressure before you face pressure. The fourth element is something I've named tactical anchoring, and it's a game changer for your decision making. Before the match starts, identify 3 specific tactical triggers, moments in the game where you'll automatically know what to do. For example, if you're a midfielder, your first trigger might be, when our center back has the ball under pressure, I drop into the passing lane. Your second trigger, when their fullback pushes high, I exploit the space in behind. Your third trigger? When we lose possession in their half, I immediately press the ball carrier. Zinedine was a master of this. He'd enter matches with predetermined responses to specific game situations, which freed his mind to be creative everywhere else. You can't think about everything during a match. Your brain will overload. But if you pre-install 3 automatic responses, you simplify the chaos. This works through a cognitive principle called decision automation. When you've already decided what you'll do in specific scenarios, you eliminate hesitation, and hesitation is what separates good players from great ones. You don't think, you just execute. Burn this into your brain, pre-decide your biggest moments, and the game will slow down. The fifth and final thing is the identity activation ritual, and this might be the most powerful of all. Right before you walk out, you need to consciously decide who you are for the next 90 minutes. Not who you hope to be, not who you might be, but who you are. Are you the player who never gives up on a lost cause? Are you the player who demands the ball in tight spaces? Are you the player who makes everyone around you better? Steven Gerrard had this down to a science. He'd look at himself in the mirror in the Anfield changing room and remind himself, I am the player this team needs. He'd physically say it. This isn't motivational nonsense. This is identity priming, a psychological technique that aligns your self-concept with your behavior. When you consciously claim an identity, your brain works to prove that identity true through your actions. You become what you declare. Elite athletes understand that confidence isn't something you find. It's something you build through intentional self-definition. So here's your mantra. Decide who you are before the game decides for you. Here's the deeper truth behind all of this. Preparation isn't about getting ready to play. It's about becoming the player who's already ready. The match doesn't reveal your level, it reveals your preparation. Every champion you've ever admired didn't just have talent, they had a system, a set of non-negotiables they executed for every single game. Now you have that system too. The Mental Rehearsal Blueprint, dynamic isolation stretching, pressure point practice, tactical anchoring, identity activation. 5 weapons that transform your pre-match routine from a warm-up into a winning ritual. So here's what I want you to do. Take these 5 elements, apply them before your very next match, and then come back and tell us what changed. Drop a comment below with which one made the biggest difference. If you want to go even deeper, we've built a complete pre-match preparation guide that breaks down every detail of these 5 principles, and you can grab it for free in the description below. And if you're serious about leveling up, join our community Discord where hundreds of players just like you are sharing what's working, holding each other accountable, and pushing each other to become unplayable. Because here's the final truth. The game rewards the prepared, and now you're ready.